all-time favourite to, if you drop a Nipsey into the commentary or during general discussion, he nearly crashes his car.
Which one?
Rough
head.
Yes, he does. He knows, and he knows that he has let me down last night with his performance.
Yes,
and he knows what I'm talking about. But he was very appreciative of the work from you, Jim, where you labelled Nick Graham what did you label him?
Young Nipsey.
Young Nipsey.
Gary, every now and then you got to put bridging sentences in if you're not quite sure who the Nipsey is holding the pill.
I know, I'm hearing it.
And then you just get enough think time purple to nail who it is. Unless you're the great Dennis Committee, then you never have to concern yourself with any of that.
Yeah, and you did call him a pasty white freak of a man last week.
Rough, red-headed freak of a man, and that is true, and he knows there's love in that sentence. Now, Damien Hardwick.
Well, this interests me. I was watching Damien Hardwick. Little Roger Aldridge says to him, "Are your players
up for the contest?"
Yeah, or scared of a contest. Then he bristled, and he turned. I watched it on the telly. I don't know if you saw it. He said, "Oh, mate, come on." He said, "I can say you're a pathetic journalist," and he left it at that, and then it got the better of him. Yep. And as he's wandering off, he turned around and he said, "Don't go down that path again, mate, or you'll get a left hook."
Yeah, I walk into a left hook.
That's it.
It's a little bit of Clarko work.
A little bit.
That's what Clarko loves to do. Just complete the presser and then just fire a shot across the bow on the way out.
A little broadside on the way out.
Matty Thompson got one of those, I think it was last year, wasn't he?
He Warrior, how would you have handled that?
Oh, you don't know until you're in the situation. You've got to stand up, though. You've got to stand up. Again, I saw that, and in all honesty, Hardwick, I think, handled it pretty well, and so did Roger.
If you were in the States, for instance,
yep.
I know we don't like talking about it, there's a far more robust environment.
It is, yeah.
And if he turned around and said, "You're a pathetic journalist," he most likely would turn around and say, "Well, right now, you're a pathetic coach. You're here to answer my questions. Answer the question."
Yeah, and you're 3-8 after 11 games, and you're meant to be making the final. So and you know what? Your players haven't stood up. So if you're telling me you're happy with your players, is that what you're saying, Damien? And then see where it goes.
That's how it would have gone.
Yep.
How's our man from Triple M and also Channel 7, Steve-O, handle Mick Malthouse at the minute? How do you think he's travelling?
I think he gets on okay. He shut him down once or twice last night, but Steve-O will just keep coming back.
Yeah, he just gets smacked every time, and you can just. I mean, Steve-O has that sort of nervousness look about him. People that don't know Steve-O, I work with him every Sunday, and he's got that sort of kid next door, little shy look. And when Mick gives him a little whack, they put the camera back on him, and he just looks like a little kid that's just got in trouble. I love it. I actually don't mind staying up late just to see him interview Mick.
Steve-O.
Yeah.
You stay up late to watch Steve-O?
Oh, well, I have to.
You're on air.
Yeah.
When you do interview Mick, though, as you well know, you need, and these journos have been doing it far longer than I, but you need to be absolutely ready, and you need to have 3 or 4 in a row.
3 or 4 up your sleeve, and what you need to do, and the guys in Perth who dealt with him in the early 90s always said this, and sometimes you do just by habit. Sometimes you make a statement.
Yeah, don't make
a statement because you're making a statement.
Yep.
You've got to ask a question. It's a good advice.